Yeah, yikes. That's all I gotta say. Caitlin Clark fans showing no mercy whatsoever, right? It is funny. There's a comment we're going to look at as we're going through the comments saying, oh, here comes all the troll.
The Indiana Fever thought they could quietly control the narrative heading into the new WNBA season. Instead, the internet exploded. What started as a routine social media rollout has now turned into one of the most embarrassing public relations disasters the league has seen in years. And the craziest part, the backlash is not coming from random trolls. It is coming from passionate basketball fans, season ticket holders, and even longtime supporters of the franchise who believe the organization is mishandling the biggest superstar the WNBA has ever produced, Caitlin Clark.
It is ugly. Let's look at this. Our opening night roster is set. This just dropped. Kelsey Mitchell, Hines Allen, Raven Johnson, Aaliyah Boston, Sophie Cunningham, Lexi Hull, Demarius Dantas, Justine Passat, Michaela Timpson, Caitlin Clark, Monique Billings, Shatori Walker-Kimbrough, and Ty Harris. That is your opening night 2026 roster. Right there. Championships.
The Fever officially revealed their 2026 opening night roster. And on paper, this team looks built for speed, spacing, and offensive firepower around Caitlin Clark. But what truly caught everyone's attention was not the roster itself. It was the reaction to the individual player graphics posted across social media. The Fever marketing team unintentionally exposed something massive about the current state of the WNBA fanbase. And the numbers tell an absolutely brutal story for the organization. Once you start comparing the engagement numbers side by side, the hierarchy inside this franchise becomes impossible to ignore. These view counts are not just social media stats anymore. They are economic indicators. They reveal who drives attention, who generates hype, and who fans are emotionally invested in as the new era of WNBA basketball takes shape.
Insight into popularity. A couple things really caught my attention. Let's go here. Caitlin Clark, 378,000 views on this post, okay? I scrolled down. Number one, Justine Passat, 65,000. I mean, that's pretty interesting because Lexi Hull's got 73. Justine's right on her tail, right? But this was what was really interesting. Sophie Cunningham, 357,000 views on the number 8 post right here. It's clear Caitlin Clark and Sophie Cunningham are I believe, we all know.
And this is where things become impossible for the league to ignore. Everyone already understands that Caitlin Clark is the face of the WNBA and the biggest draw in women's basketball history. That part is obvious. But Sophie Cunningham pulling nearly the same level of engagement completely changes the conversation. Her post exploded because fans are gravitating toward personalities that bring energy, confidence, toughness, and emotion to the floor. Sports fans connect with players who feel authentic, competitive, and fearless. And Sophie has become one of the fastest rising personalities in the league because of it. Then the comment section completely spiraled out of control. Instead of celebrating Stephanie White's USA basketball announcement, fans flooded the post with frustration, sarcasm, and outright hostility. The backlash was immediate, and it revealed just how divided this fanbase has become entering the new season.
Views on the number 8 post right here. It's clear Caitlin Clark and Sophie Cunningham are I believe, we all know Caitlin is the most popular player. I think Sophie is top, really and truly top, probably 3 or 4. As far as actual popular, there's a lot more actual regular sports fans that know who the hell.
At this point, the frustration is no longer isolated to social media outrage. Fans are beginning to connect coaching decisions, public messaging, ticket demand, and on-court strategy into one larger narrative about the direction of the franchise. That is what makes this situation so dangerous for Indiana moving forward. Fans have not forgotten the controversies surrounding last season. They remember the questionable rotations, the inconsistent offensive identity, and the ongoing debates about whether Caitlin Clark was truly being utilized to maximize her strengths as a generational playmaker.
I mean, the comments on this, yikes. Puke emojis. Stop promoting this awful coach if it doesn't make us like her anymore. How about stop trying to force us to glaze her? She destroyed the Vanderbilt program. Factual. That's factual. This one just kills me. The cesspool.
The Indiana Fever thought they could quietly control the narrative heading into the new WNBA season. Instead, the internet exploded. What started as a routine social media rollout has now turned into one of the most embarrassing public relations disasters the league has seen in years. And the craziest part, the backlash is not coming from random trolls. It is coming from passionate basketball fans, season ticket holders, and even longtime supporters of the franchise who believe the organization is mishandling the biggest superstar the WNBA has ever produced, Caitlin Clark. Indiana Fever fans just turned on Stephanie White in the most brutal way possible, and the raw, undeniable numbers prove that this franchise has a massive multi-million-dollar problem on its hands. If the front office thought they could sneak a public relations campaign past this fan base, they were dead wrong. What we are witnessing right now is not just a few angry tweets. It is a highly organized, highly educated fan rebellion. You are watching WNBA Pro. And today we are going to expose exactly how the Indiana Fever marketing machine just suffered one of the biggest backfires in modern WNBA history. We are going to look at the hidden metrics that prove the fans are rejecting the old establishment, and we are going to break down the sheer panic building around this organization as opening day rapidly approaches. For months, the WNBA media establishment has been trying to push a narrative that fans simply do not understand basketball. They want people to believe that criticism of Stephanie White only comes from internet trolls or emotional podcasters.
By the way, signature shoes coming in September. What is going on? Really? Ticket sales plummeted since she came to Indiana. The fans have spoken. They don't like the lies from the front office or the questionable figures like Stephanie. Boy, got to be more careful. I mean it. Yeah.
But the reality is far more dangerous for league executives. Fever fans are studying the film. They understand spacing. They understand transition offense. They understand what happens when you take an elite point guard and force her into an off-ball role that limits her greatest strengths. And if you want proof that the fan base has completely taken control of the narrative, look no further than the Fever's opening night roster reveal. The Fever officially revealed their 2026 opening night roster, and on paper, this team looks built for speed, spacing, and offensive firepower around Caitlin Clark. But what truly caught everyone's attention was not the roster itself. It was the reaction to the individual player graphics posted across social media. The Fever marketing team unintentionally exposed something massive about the current state of the WNBA fanbase, and the numbers tell an absolutely brutal story for the organization. The front office wants to push a balanced team-first narrative, but fans vote with clicks, engagement, and attention. Once you start comparing the engagement numbers side by side, the hierarchy inside this franchise becomes impossible to ignore. These view counts are not just social media stats anymore. They are economic indicators. They reveal who drives attention, who generates hype, and who fans are emotionally invested in as the new era of WNBA basketball takes shape. Caitlin Clark's official roster post generated 378,000 views. That is exactly what you would expect from the biggest draw in the history of women's sports. Then you scroll further down. Lexi Hull brought in solid engagement. Justine Pissett generated impressive attention for a developmental player. But the real shock came from Sophie Cunningham. Her roster post exploded to 357,000 views. And this is where things become impossible for the league to ignore. Everyone already understands that Caitlin Clark is the face of the WNBA and the biggest draw in women's basketball history. That part is obvious. But Sophie Cunningham pulling nearly the same level of engagement completely changes the conversation. Her post exploded because fans are gravitating toward personalities that bring energy, confidence, toughness, and emotion to the floor. Sports fans connect with players who feel authentic, competitive, and fearless. And Sophie has become one of the fastest rising personalities in the league because of it. Meanwhile, Kelsey Mitchell, an incredible veteran and foundational player for the franchise, generated just 31,000 views. That is not hate toward Kelsey Mitchell. She is an elite scorer and a proven player. But those numbers reveal a harsh reality for the Fever organization. Fans are gravitating toward a completely different identity for this franchise than what the traditional WNBA establishment expected. Which brings us to the absolute disaster surrounding Stephanie White's USA basketball announcement. Then the comment section completely spiraled out of control. Instead of celebrating Stephanie White's USA basketball announcement, fans flooded the post with frustration, sarcasm, and outright hostility. The backlash was immediate, and it revealed just how divided this fanbase has become entering the new season. The Indiana Fever public relations team posted a congratulatory graphic announcing Stephanie White as an assistant coach for USA basketball ahead of the World Cup. They expected applause. They expected support. Instead, the comments became a war zone. One fan wrote, "Stop promoting this awful coach. It does not make us like her anymore." Another added, "She destroyed the Vanderbilt program." And that comment matters because it shows how deeply invested this fanbase has become. These are not casual viewers throwing random insults online. These are fans researching coaching history, comparing systems, analyzing offensive philosophy, and openly questioning whether Stephanie White is the right coach to maximize Caitlin Clark's generational talent. Another comment read, "We are not going to win with her." Then came the tactical criticism. Is she going to keep CC off the ball in the World Cup too? That single comment summarizes the core frustration surrounding this entire situation. Fans believe Caitlin Clark is most dangerous when she controls the offense, dictates tempo, and creates chaos in transition. Every time she is moved off the ball, fans see it as wasted potential. At this point, the frustration is no longer isolated to social media outrage. Fans are beginning to connect coaching decisions, public messaging, ticket demand, and on-court strategy into one larger narrative about the direction of the franchise. That is what makes this situation so dangerous for Indiana moving forward. Fans have not forgotten the controversies surrounding last season. They remember the questionable rotations, the inconsistent offensive identity, and the ongoing debates about whether Caitlin Clark was truly being utilized to maximize her strengths as a generational playmaker. They also remember media personalities defending those decisions and trying to convince viewers that taking the ball out of Clark's hands was somehow a smart long-term strategy. Now the pressure entering this season is reaching another level entirely.